Did you know that kidney stones lower your kidney's ability to do its job? But is this a big deal? And what are the long-term consequences? If you'd like to know answers to these questions and more, stay tuned for this video. Hi, I'm Joey Weichman, and welcome to Stone Relief. Our kidneys play a vital role in our overall health and well-being. And when it comes to measuring the functionality of this critical organ, glomerular filtration rate, or GFR, is an index of our kidneys' health. Unfortunately, kidney stones mess with the ability for our kidneys to function appropriately. So today, we'll dig into exactly what kind of impact our stones may be having on our kidneys in the long run. But first, let's define the measurement that we're using to assign our kidneys' health status. And that is that of glomerular filtration rate, or GFR. So, GFR is literally just a measure of the blood that is being filtered by the glomeruli. This is a part of the kidney's functional unit. Now, this is represented in a really complex measurement formula. I'm going to do my best to explain it here. So it is in milliliters per minute per 1.73 meters squared. And a lot of people get tripped up on what this 1.73 meters squared represents. And this is really just trying to average the surface area of your body. Now, this number, this 1.73, does change for individuals who are below average in size or above average in size, but not always. Just this is kind of like an average rule of thumb that is used when they're calculating it. So this can change, but more often than not, it doesn't. And when we're looking at what is a healthy goal, or what we should be looking for if we've ever had our GFR either estimated or measured, which we'll get into in a second here, it's really a score of over 90. And this means 90 milliliters per minute per the average size body. That's really what we're addressing here. Now, blood flow and blood pressure from our hearts are really what's at the core here of driving all this filtration process, because as we know, if you've been following our videos, the kidneys filter blood and they filter waste products out of it, and urine is a byproduct of it that does allow us to carry waste out of our system, like excess calcium or oxalate or other types of toxins that we find in a body. Our kidneys convey this stuff out and it is driven by our heart. Now, this particular function, GFR, can be either measured or it can be estimated. Now, measurement involves actually taking a look at filtration rate, and oftentimes this is involving some sort of an injectable substance that is going to be tracked. This is oftentimes like inulin, something that just dissipates in your system very quickly. However, it can be measured as far as the speed at which, or the time that it takes from injection to be able to completely clear your system. So this is something that's monitored by your doctors. It's a very complicated process and is almost never used. So more often than not, you're going to see an estimated figure of GFR. And this is labeled by lowercase e and then GFR, or eGFR. And this is really just taking a look at creatinine levels. And creatinine is a waste product from our muscles. And in similar type of situation where there's like an injectable that's being timed, they can actually take a look at the creatinine levels that are being passed and make an estimation that's relatively close to what you'd get from actually physically measuring this by using the creatinine level. So we get a good idea of kidney health from using this estimation measure. But now that we understand what is this overall index of health for our kidney, what impact do kidney stones have? And that's what we're going to address in the next chapter.
Just a reminder, this information is available in written form on our website. Find the link below in the description.
All right, so now that we have an understanding of what the measure of our kidney's health or function actually represents through GFR, what impact do kidney stones have on this function? Now, unfortunately for recurrent kidney stone formers, this is a situation that I was in, and likely if you're watching this video, you're also probably curious about this as well, because maybe you've had your first kidney stone, you're worried about your second, or maybe you're just a million miler when it comes to kidney stones and you just get them very, very often. But unfortunately, recurrent stones really have a pretty dramatic impact on our kidneys' overall ability to remain functioning at the level that we want it to be. And that's really truly at this GFR of over 90 milliliters per minute per our body average area. Now, some things that occur with kidney stones that are impacting this. So inflammation is one of them. Obviously, like as soon as the body recognizes that there's some sort of a foreign invader like a kidney stone, white blood cells rush to the area and there's this inflammation process that starts to be able to try to clear that. And that's a natural body's evolutionary response that we've developed over the course of time and history to be able to address these kind of things. However, kidney stones are a pretty recent development in human evolution, and our body really hasn't figured this out quite yet. So a lot of inflammation process going on, probably at the point of it exhausting itself because it cannot make the impact it wants. There's also some scarring that's going to be happening as well. So the small tubules, and this is kind of like the functional parenchyma, or the outer edge of our kidney, which is really going to be impacted by this. Additionally, repetitive, moderate to severe grades of hydronephrosis are going to damage your kidney. And we have an entire video on this that goes into a lot more detail. If you're curious, you should go check that out on our website. But hydronephrosis is really a measure of the urine backing up into your kidney. And the extent to which urine is backing up into your kidney is then associated with not only just pain, because the more urine that's backing up into the kidney due to that obstruction that stone is causing, the more pain you're going to feel because your kidney is literally throbbing and just in misery. But it also damages the structure of the kidney as well, because this excessive stretching, it's really tough for the kidney to recover from. And if this occurs over and over again over a lifetime, which is where most people who have kidney stones, the recurrent rate of this is just through the roof, because again, people don't make the changes they need to make to stop their kidney stones, the damage is just going to be detrimental to them. And we're going to talk about what the actual impact is based on some studies here in a second. But this damage that hydronephrosis is leading to can really occur in as little as 4 hours in those severe to moderate cases. Now, little escalations of severe pain that then de-escalate shortly thereafter, an hour or two, they may cause a little bit of temporary damage, but in general, you should be okay. I'm talking about level 9 out of 10 pain that you're trying to push through for 24 hours or more. Like, this is just stupid level type of pain that you just don't want to have to go through, and you need to address it, because that pain is your body's signaling system telling you, hey, something's really broken. We need to get this fixed immediately. So don't ignore that. Now, fortunately for most people who have your average kidney stones, function is going to recover over the course of months. Now, when I say months, I mean months. Literally, it could be 3, 6, 12, 18 months. It is a slow process. And unfortunately for most of us who suffer from recurrent kidney stones, that window is about the time that we're probably going to be getting our next kidney stone. If you're anything like me, I was getting about 1 to 3 kidney stones a year back when I was forming them. So this is a problem, because this consistent abuse of your kidney is going to really have some detrimental long-term impacts. And based on the studies that we were able to find, there's really quite alarming. So over the long term, and these studies were looking at populations of healthy individuals and people who were also kidney stone sufferers over a period of 8 years. And this was multiple tens of thousands of people. So this is not a very small sample size, it's a very large sample size. So they found that in healthy individuals, the anticipated or expected decline in kidney function was about 1.07 milliliters per minute per body area per year. This is anticipated. GFR does go down with age. It's not consistent for everybody, but on average in this population of some, I think, 30,000 people, this was what they had found from those results. And again, these individuals did not have kidney stones at any point in time. Then we started to take a look at the kidney stone population. And what were the results that we saw over that same period of time? 2.83 milliliters per minute per body area. It's almost 3 times as much decrease in GFR as expected from the normal individual. And these people here, these are recurrent kidney stone sufferers, so they had anywhere from 1 to numerous kidney stones every single year, which is generally, again, what our population is faced with when we have kidney stones, because again, if we don't make the underlying changes, we're going to continue to get them. And this brings me to my last point here. most people that we encounter on a day-to-day basis, and we talk to a lot of people every day and every week, they ignore their kidney stones and they just kind of treat it as just isolated incidents. It crops up, they're caused pain, they seek relief for the pain, and then they move forward. However, this continuous assault on your kidney is showing some really detrimental long-term damage. And a lot of these individuals are young that we speak to. They're in their 20s and their 30s. And what's going to happen when they get into their 40s or their 50s? Are they going to be faced with dialysis because their kidneys are functioning so poorly? Not only from just the abuse that kidney stones offer, but a lot of these people are also opting for really invasive surgeries which cause their own damage to our kidney and urinary tract that not even being factored into here. So this just explains the utmost of importance of getting to the bottom of your kidney stones and solving it as soon as possible, thinking forward. So my dad always used to tell me, begin with the end in mind, and kidney stones are no different from this. Because if we don't start thinking about our health down the road from now, 10, 20 years and beyond, we're going to be really in a bad situation. So if you're serious about putting an end to your kidney stones, hop onto our website, book a coaching call with me. We will assemble a plan to protect your kidneys' function and put an end to kidney stone formation for you once and for all. Visit our website if you'd like to join a community of people learning to manage their kidney stones naturally. See you in the next video.